There was another time recently, shout out to Ubiquitous Tara. We were at an Apple store, and for some reason, I just kept becoming aware of this young man's. She was incredibly strong, and it felt like either a grandma that raised him or maybe an older mom. I was at the store for a couple hours. If you've ever bought a phone or a laptop at the Apple store, you know you're going to be there a couple hours when it's crowded. I kind of, in my thoughts, said to her, "Thank you so much for letting me be aware of you. If I need to communicate with this young man on your behalf, he needs to bring it up. He needs to bring you up somehow." And so we're working together. And as part of it, I had to give my email. It's Joyful Medium, as you guys know. He said, like, "Oh, what is that?" And I said, "Well, essentially I talk to people that have crossed over." And he was like, "Oh, I'm so interested in that." And he said, like, "Do you ever like just become aware of people?" And he's like, "I have someone that I really want to know. I really would want to hear from." And I was like, "Well, typically no, but you do have an incredibly strong woman around you right now that I feel like helps to raise you. And she has so much love for you and is a big personality and really loves you a lot." And I was going to leave it at that. And then he said, "Oh yeah, that's my grandma so-and-so. And I have this memorial tattoo for her," and like shows me the tattoo. And so then, of course, I was like, okay, well, he really opened up. And I said, since I am aware of her, would you like to hear a couple things? Because he was like, first, he's like, "I don't know if I'm kind of scared of that." And I was, just like we always talk about, I was like, it's never anything scary. It's typically just them letting you know they love you and they're around. It was his grandma. And I brought through some lovely detail from her where they had all lived and then where she was from, how she passed. I was aware that he wasn't able to say goodbye to her in the way that he wanted and that there was a lot of division in the family. And so we touched into that. And then the grandma helped to bring forward or make me aware of a young man on the other side that had passed suddenly and tragically. They had indicated that this was going to be hard for this young man at the Apple store to hear about. And so I said, I just want to say something to you, and I'm not going to go deep into it, but I am aware of a young man, like I said, that passes suddenly and tragically. That is either your best friend or a cousin that you're very, very close with. You know him kind of in your younger years, high school and early adulthood. And I said, "You understand this young man on the other side?" And I could see his face was like, this was the emotional one for him, right? And so probably this was the need. This probably was who he needed to know was okay. And he was like, "I do know who that is. That's my best friend." And I said, "Okay, I'm not going to super go into it because I'm aware it's a very difficult situation. I'm just going to give you a little bit from him. I was aware that his life was taken from him as part of this complication, but he wanted his friend to know that he was okay, that he was safe and at peace."